AMC update. Before we get into it, like always, remember I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is educational only. Do with this information as you please. But getting into it, let's go ahead and look at the day. So we did open up decent around 4106, but then as you can see, we took a dumpster dive all the way down to a low of 3765 before we kind of pushed our way back up and consolidated the rest of the day, ending at 38.82 right now in the aftermarket, which is down 3.65% and $1.47. So if we look at this as a whole, this really isn't that bad. Yes, we did take a massive drop down, but we showed that we can hold strong around the $37 range, and it did consolidate and end up staying sideways for the rest of the day. So getting into this price action, what is this price action? Well, this price action is a lot of things going on right now. Currently, there are multiple different things that are happening on the market, and the first of those things is BlackRock is projected to sell off all of their AMC because of this Evergrande company crashing. This is the biggest company in America that is currently involved in Evergrande, so they do need to liquidate all of their positions because of this. This is definitely going to affect AMC in the short term, but this is a good thing. This sounds bad, but this is a good thing. This could force all of the hedge funds to be margin called from BlackRock. BlackRock could require that they get repayment immediately due to the fact that they have to liquidate because of the stock crash. They are losing everything that they have in this stock, so they need the money to pay it back. They could be margin calling these hedge funds. Before we get any farther into this price action, I'd like to go ahead and take a look at some of the Reddit stuff for today. I have a lot of good information from a lot of these good Reddit sources. So, for those who are in doubt, from the AMC stock Reddit from user NOAUSA999 4 hours ago, it was a tweet that says, if hedgies and shorts had complete control of AMC, it would be a $3 stock again. And this is very, very, very true, because if the hedge funds could win, I should say, this stock would be worthless. The fact that we're even as high as we are in this stock is a good thing. It's a positive thing. It means we're on offense, we're still winning the game, we still have control. Another little piece of DD. Go ahead and take a look at the dark pool exchange. 60.92% or 37,380,366 of the shares traded on the market today were traded on the dark pool. More than half of the volume in the market was from the dark pool. And if you go and you look at the NASDAQ and all this, 6%, 6%, 4%, only a handful of shares are actually being traded on the stock market. They continue to funnel the shares through the dark pool, which is extremely illegal, and they just continue to manipulate the stock. Lastly, from these Reddit sources, I have another one that shows from this user, they have just borrowed 3,850,000 shares today on the day alone. And we can look at the chart. Look at all of the shares they are borrowing for such a small, short percentage interest fee. This stock is still cheap to short. They are still shorting it. They are still not covering. They are continuing to borrow more shares that they do not have, that are synthetic and that are fake. So, to get an update a little of the Evergrande stock, it is still down. It is only down another penny from when we looked at it previously, but it is still down. Has a lot of horizontal trading throughout the day, but it does take massive drops throughout the day today. Another thing that to talk about is currently Jim Cramer. If you don't know who Jim Cramer is one of the big hedge fund guys, one of the big people, the big money, the smart money, the guys that are calling all of us apes out for being stupid and for being dumb money and not knowing what we're investing in and not knowing what we're talking about. So he is all over the defense on Twitter, talking about how everybody who's coming at him is losers and doesn't have any videos, TV shows, or articles, and that they are going to be gone soon. His exact words, they will be gone soon. He is trying to get rid of us apes. He's trying to get rid of the retail investors. But I think they forget. Retail investors own 80% of the float. 80% of the stocks that we have accounted for on the market are owned by the retail investors. That's why you see things like this from 37.65 jumping staircasing its way all the way back up to 39.07 is because when these dips come, the retail investors are buying. Nobody on the retail side of this is selling. The only one we have selling is BlackRock and the hedge funds. Hedge funds are trying to force their positions, and BlackRock is trying to liquidate everything that they have in order to prepare for Evergrande. This isn't a bad thing. This is a good thing. We continue to have high short interest. The short interest is still around 19%. And like I said before, and like I say every time, until that says zero, I am not selling. I am not going anywhere. I will continue to hold. I will continue to buy more at these dips like I did today. I did increase my position today at the dip. But another thing to look at, another thing to think about, as I cannot exactly predict the price, I do try to make predictions based off of the price movement of the day. I do have a feeling based off of the charts and based off of the crash and everything that's going on that this could still take another dump. It could dip a little bit more to the mid 25s, low 30s. We could hit 30. I just want you guys to be prepared for that. This doesn't mean that the stock is done, that the short squeeze isn't happening, that we lost. Not at all. This just means they're digging a deeper hole for themselves and that they will have to cover more shares as they continue to borrow more and continue to sell more into the market when, in fact, there are none left to borrow. And just one last note before I close out this video. Watch for the FUD, watch for the fake news. Again, there are people on Twitter with fake accounts saying stuff like, I feel like we're getting played, these big YouTubers probably have puts on AMC, LOL. Just watch out for people like that. The real apes know that these YouTubers and all of us together, we have been a family. There's no compensation that you can get out of someone else investing into the stock. It helps, it hurts. The stock's going to do whatever the stock's going to do for me, regardless what you do with your money into the stock. So just remember those things. I hope this was informational. I hope you are still diamond handed. You do not want to sell. You want to be rich because this will make you rich and you cannot sell. If you just keep holding, I promise you, one of these days I'm going to be coming out with a video that says, holy shit, we're rich. Until then, stay an ape, keep holding strong, and be ready for the next update. Let me know if y'all have any questions. Peace out.